chair so you can sit down and listen, or you'll get tired standing.
It's the driving side.
Well, I started out in Portland, 1945. September the 16th, I drove my dad's car, which was 1940 Hudson. It was a dirt track, nasty holes, but I finished the race. I think maybe 12th or 13th. I don't know whether I got any money or not, but I was 17 years old, and I've been going wild since then.
So, you know, over the years, how has it changed? Has it at all? Racing and
well, you imagine I borrowed my dad's car in 1945. Imagine what the car looked like then and what this car looks like now. You know, gradual changes all the way up. But and hardly a lot of them you don't notice, but they keep changing the rules. But one thing about it, the cars are much safer to drive, although you're going faster. But it makes a big difference. And really, they're easy to drive. I drove in Darlington, South Carolina in 1950, the first super speedway race for NASCAR. I was in the car for 7 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Going 500 miles. So, you know, it takes a lot of stamina. Of course, then I was only 22, so I had lots of it.
So now at age 82?
82, barely.
Oh, okay, now at age 82, what do you have to do to keep physically fit for this? Is it harder for you now, or? I mean, obviously, than when you were 20.
Well, obviously, maybe it is harder, but I don't notice it because I'm in pretty good shape. And, you know, I exercise and do a lot of stuff and keep busy at work. I mean, I'm not inactive by any sort just because of my age.
What is the advantage if you are physically fit to driving?
Well, I had a driver come up to me a while ago and said he drove a 50-lapper last week and got tired. Wait a minute, you know, in 50 laps, you ought to just be getting warmed up. So, like I told him, he better start doing push-ups and running and so forth. You know, for 30-some years here when I lived in Portland, I ran Glendover 4 miles, 3 or 4 days a week, just 5 o'clock every morning. And I think with that and the racing and everything, it's kept me like I am.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty good shape.
Why do you do it?
It's just something I love and something I've done that long. I dropped out for 6 to 7 years. You know, my first race was Portland last year for, I think, 7 years. And I just loved it. And my family comes up out from North Carolina, the girls and my son-in-laws, and my son takes care of the car. It's kind of a family thing. And we've got a good crew out of Seattle that's going to pit the car and take care of it for us. So I think come Sunday we'll be pretty competitive.
So tell us about the race on Sunday. It's one of the largest in the Northwest. Is that right for this?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And, you know, when I get in that car and the net's up and I got my helmet, you can't tell how old I am anyway. So them other young drivers about 19, 20 years old, if I happen to go by them, they won't know, well, that's that old guy in there.
No, do you give them advice, or are they coming to you for advice?
No, not really, not anymore. Most of these drivers have been to all the schools, you know, because we got a lot of really young drivers that drive in this circuit, but they're driving good professional cars that are good, and you know, they've been going through the ranks, so they're not easy, and they're brave. You know, I was probably braver too when I was 18, 19 years old, but now I try to be a little more conservative and finish every time. I like to finish the race.
All right. So are you still PRing at this point? Or
Well,
have you hit your peak yet?
I hope not. No. I figure I'm gonna keep on going for a while. We'll see how it goes. We plan on running Salt Lake in September after we leave here.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll keep my car in good shape.
Yeah. And you'll do this till, I mean, do you ever think you'll retire from this?
Possibly. With another 10 years, when I'm 92, I'll have to really think about it. It's heavy then. Probably.
Good. Do you have more questions?
No, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ursula.